The Melbourne National Weather Service Office in Florida issuing a high rip current risk that's going to be in effect for today. So all central Florida, Atlantic beaches, and northeast Florida beaches through late tonight. Now these currents are strong and deadly, and they can sweep.
Good morning, everyone. This is Goddess Taya.
About 100
I am Tanya. Okay, this reading is for my newcomers.
Yeah, and noticing the high rip current risk
Okay.
inhabited portions of New York along the south-facing shores of Long Island there.
What Spirit wants you to know is that
Florida and even in along the Gulf Coast. A moderate risk,
okay, some of you, your intuition may be telling you, okay, let me start here.
That aren't quite used to
some of you all are in a relationship.
We'll keep it in our oceans. We have
anger. You have anger.
Seaweed that could be hitting South Florida shoreline this
and
month.
You need anger management and all that.
But satellite picked up more than 200%.
You need to get yourself under control, okay? There is an angel
floats in large masses across the ocean, and this is what happens once it hits the coastline.
around with
and it
you.
To decay.
There's
this awful smell, and it can have a
helping you
beach tourism. And
to gain balance in your life.
Some of the fish. Video showing sargassum bloom from previous seasons, and unfortunately,
you may have children
environmental engineering
and or
talked about how the
you are being immature.
This started happening about,
You know,
like 14
this
years
is from
ago.
the ages of 18, maybe 18, 25. Like I said,
So far east that it got taken by southerly currents and now just flourishes in the
kindergarten
Caribbean.
teacher.
A lot of vertical,
You may be a kindergarten teacher and you are dealing with you may be a kindergarten teacher actually too.
Than it's ever been.
So this year, an extreme event.
Wow, that's exactly what it is.
In Florida,
you are a teacher.
And it's a situation where, I mean, there's even little...
Especially a kindergarten teacher.
And if it gets on you, then it can even create a rash. There's just a whole slew of bad things.
You deal with babies, okay?
And raking it every single day because it comes up with high tide. So we'll see how it all plays out.
The babies...
Miami shattering a daily rain record on Monday.
You
heavy rain flooding the streets in the metro area.
Have anger. It's like you don't have no patience with them.
This is a coming storm system. If anything, it's a lingering storm system.
Or
it's inching its way.
they may be out of control and it burns you up, makes you mad. For some of you, and that, and in that, maybe you're in a relationship.
When you feed Iams dry dog food, you can see a visible difference. With healthy energy in 5 days.
And it may be a white another ethnic and a black person. Black American, African, whatever. It's a biracial relationship. You're in a biracial relationship.
We believe every day is a chance for an upgrade.
Your intuition, which is the angel that is with you.
Finally, a taste good, feel good, do good snack is just within reach.
Your intuition is telling you to go to a therapist, or you are in therapy now for this anger management and drinking. This is for more than one of you.
I don't know, a couple hundred yards away, just looking at them. All of a sudden, this one just gets upset with us and starts coming for us.
Here they're coming, actually.
I'll tell you where.
For us?
Get in the car, get in the car.
Just like I said, you're angry. Somebody may have done something, or you know something,
I was terrified.
What is wrong with
but
her?
this your person is trying to keep your mouth shut.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Love has this
Oh,
pattern.
wow.
What is this?
Prison.
I fell in love all over again.
Oh, wow. Something could have happened to a child in your care. Could be a kidnap. Could have gotten hurt. Maybe. Wow, 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 wow. This kindergarten teacher is in a biracial relationship. Like I said, this is for more than one of you. Someone is having anger issues, or someone's house has caught fire,
Good morning. Welcome into your brand new day.
or a place of work caught fire.
It was very well said.
Somehow fire is in this. The initials FD,
I also always forget what
NJ.
Yes, because it all kind
It could have something to do with New York.
But if you're awake, if you're sipping a coffee, as I like to say, the hardest part of your day is over.
Ooh.
Getting out of bed. But for some of you, maybe it's just beginning in terms of challenges, specifically when it comes to weather. And we'll talk about where the heavy rain will be. Where it was yesterday was in Florida. Take a look at some of the heavy rain that we had out of Miami. Cars that were
What is
trying to
these
drive through some standing
initials?
water, umbrellas that were up as
I'm hearing
rain
Frank.
kept coming in buckets, especially yesterday morning before we even made it to noon. The standing water did impact some of the roads, as you saw. And in total, Miami tallied 4.35 inches of rain on Monday, which did break the city's daily record for rain. That prior record was 2.72 that was set back in 1943. So over 80-year-old record that was shattered. That was broken, by the way, kind of before lunchtime.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see.
4 inches of rain before noon.
Maybe those are the initials of the child. Maybe the child was caught in a fire.
This also happening yesterday morning. Some of the photos that you're looking at, this is some of the damage that was just east of Augusta.
The parent is a kindergarten teacher.
As a result, the tornado again in EF1, the peak winds of 105 miles per hour.
Wow, I'm seeing that
surveyed this damage, saying
this couple,
the strongest tornado in its forecast area,
alcoholic.
this year. Even in North Carolina, not immune to some of these storms. Take a listen.
There was a fire in the house.
Buckets of rain. You can hear it. Those are some fat raindrops. This is
And the child got caught in there.
Some of the gauges around this area picked up just over an inch of rain yesterday. And we're going to continue to follow this system and the moisture that's coming along with it as it pushes further up the I-95 corridor. And much the same today. I guess we're going to see that threat shift a little bit off to the north. So areas
there was an angel by your side, but
will be a little bit better today. And that is such good news for folks in the southeast because we have just been dealing with
but you wasn't listening to that angel. You wasn't listening to the angel.
In some areas of the south, so we're in the Carolinas, of
Whatever
course,
this couple did,
to dry out from north to south, but those flood alerts that
one of you,
they do include a good
don't,
chunk of the state of Virginia.
one of you wants the other to keep their mouth shut.
So all the way out to the east. But notice the hard hit areas from Hurricane Helene back in the fall. western portions of the state, well, we have been removed. So that's good news. Now,
Wow.
looking at this counterclockwise rotation, this is this closed low that is just
Or
so
maybe you're
stubborn and
keeping
pesky.
your
It is
mouth
currently
shut
now working its way through the mid-south and will eventually be arriving in the Great Lakes as we head into tomorrow. But until
about
then, we
the
have
fact.
rounds of rain, which is going to be light to moderate at times.
Dang, I'm
and
getting
then
a
even
lot of
with
it.
some heavy
Okay.
rain, as some of these kind of
Maybe
showers
your
and
child
potentially even
is gay.
thunderstorms get a little bit more intense as we head into the afternoon hours. There's even the potential that we could have some severe weather. So the overall
And
threat is certainly for isolated spots
maybe
of
this
flooding,
is why
but the
you
rain is
drink
needed in a lot of these areas too. So I'm trying to find the silver lining to all this, and that is
to
the fact
hide
that
the
since we made it through
anger.
the worst of what was really going to be this main event in terms of flood
I'm
concerns,
hearing
now we're actually able to say, hey, this is good. Some of these
narcissists.
stuff's going to need the rain. It's going to help out the ongoing drought. So, there's always two sides.
I don't know who it is,
Than anything else.
but somebody is a narcissist.
Flooding that arises, right? So this is the setup as we head into today. Here's this very stubborn area of low pressure trying to exit and head further off into the north and east, and then noticing high pressure off to the east. Both are kind of pumping in some of that moisture further to the
This
north.
person betrayed you. Your partner betrayed you. This is a day trader, but still.
And so it's a smaller zone, but it is going to be
Either your
impactful.
person betrayed you,
Could really, impact your afternoon, your evening,
or you
maybe
feel
the remainder of the morning.
betrayed
You probably want to allow
by
a
your
little bit of extra time
person.
when you're trying to get out there. Maybe you've got a doctor's appointment, or you're picking up the kids from school. Just understand that you might be dodging some flood concerns, and even
One
some
of
really
you
strong to severe storms.
want
Definitely,
someone to
that's a
keep
biggest
your
issue.
mouth
This
shut.
afternoon, we could even see a tornado or two.
Because she's trying to shut the lion's
But there is
mouth.
that potential for today as well as for tomorrow. Today it's mainly over North Carolina and Virginia. By tomorrow we see it shift a little bit further off to the north and to the east, mainly through the coastline here and along the eastern seaboard up into the DC area.
Wow,
Changing
the
my threats,
universe.
an isolated tornado. But again, I think most of us, it's just kind of a sleepy day dealing with the rain coming in and coming out, maybe dodging some of the heavier showers. This is a look through at least the Fox model till 8 o'clock, noticing some of the heavy rain now pushing into New Jersey as well as eastern Pennsylvania.
I'll get to
So
that
all of
card
that
in a
heavy rain
minute.
will linger into tonight, and by tomorrow morning, we're kicking things off and slogging in for much of the
Okay,
day.
whatever went
Up
on
the I-95 corridor, we will be dealing
with
rain
this
at times. Now
teacher
notice that it is
or
not
this
nearly
couple,
as bright as we head into the evening, so some showers and thunderstorms again could turn severe
as far as
tomorrow,
this
and then
child.
Thursday, we're still soggy in some spots.
See, I could look
think
at
Wednesday
this.
worse, Thursday a little bit better, and then we'll be talking about the next system coming in.
I can, what my energy is telling me, all this yellow, it's different in every reading. All this yellow here, I'm seeing fire.
To some of this rain. I mean, take a look at some of the stormy skies that we had in this time lapse over Asheville, North Carolina. At times yesterday,
I'm seeing fire.
about 2 inches per hour.
For some of you, either your child is gay and you actually you are angry about it and you're drinking, or maybe I'm also feeling like I'm also feeling like
now we want to
the mother
you were sent there to monitor how it all played out.
had your child, right?
Very clear behind you. But when this rain came in, how did we fare in this part of the state?
But your child wanted a girl,
with all that rain
but instead she got a boy.
We got several inches in these areas, Swannanoa being one of
And
them.
I'm feeling like instead of her buying boy clothing for him, she's buying girl clothing for him. So this shit is starting from a baby.
That exploded 8 months ago.
This child
And when you have moments like yesterday, let's look at that
And the
video,
father
as the rain
knows
in
this.
Swannanoa, Asheville, and so many areas in western North Carolina. But when you have moments
But
like
no
that,
matter
it just
what he
impedes
say,
the cleanup, and then really actually creates difficulty on the landscape. with
there's no
mudslides and more
changing
erosion of these riverbanks and
this
other
mother's
areas.
mind.
I mean, the rain yesterday was intermittent. It wasn't like it was falling nonstop like during Helene.
And if she wanted a boy and got a girl, she's put boy clothing on her.
The most rainfall and warnings since we've had Helene 8 months ago.
This is making the father pissed.
Thankfully. But if you live
This is why the father is drinking.
September and October, and you know what all this rain can do.
It could be vice versa.
From the sky, the impact and the disaster that it created. There was a lot of.
But I'm seeing
the video
fire
from 8 months ago of this river
too.
district where we are.
A child may have gotten caught in a fire
You're talking about vehicles that pile
with
on top of each other 'cause
the
water
couple
pushed them
drinking,
and, puts them down into the streets and
I'm seeing a
destroyed
cigarette.
structures and homes and businesses, livelihoods. I mean, everywhere you looked, 24 hours after, which is when we arrived.
You feeling betrayed?
North Carolina, it was a total mess. No communications, no running water. No.
And what I'm feeling is also the reason why the mother
That for anyone that went through this was really kind of a grind in their head psychologically.
why the mother is putting boy clothing on the girl,
And all you have to do is just
and the girl and or the putting girl clothing on the boy because she's getting back at the father. She's being spiteful
75 years ago, basically.
to
And now,
the father
they're hoping to make a comeback, but not yet. 8 months later.
because they split up.
So the road to recovery is just massive. And it stays
Man,
like
I'm
yesterday,
telling you,
and some of
this
the rain
energy
overnight
is
this
something
morning
else.
just impedes all this progress. Back to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many components. I can see some of the workers behind you. It's as if it just happened a week ago, right? Some of it is still very much so where the water left it, or maybe where they just moved it off to the side to be able to pass through it. And rebuilding.
Whatever went on, you got two of wands and two of swords.
No matter how you spell it, everyone. Appreciate you continuing this story.
Something
Out of Asheville, North
is
Carolina.
being blocked.
Well, century-old temperature records shattered as a significant heat wave continues to bake the
Something is being blocked.
to surge down south. A potentially historic early season heat wave looms for millions across Texas. Temperatures expected to soar.
You may be being blackmailed or something.
Weather Command will be right back.
Oh. Matriarch of the family, maybe a grandmother. They know this and they don't want it out.
We held hands like our first date. And yes, again,
Because
your dad wore the sparkly hat.
mess up
I loved it.
the family's name. She's
You have to come too.
this matriarch is a
What brings you?
oh wow.
Go hunting.
Wow.
They killed my father.
I'm warning you, do not pursue this.
This is a powerful person. This is happening to a powerful person.
Rated R.
Innovation,
Empowering. Intensity. International.
community,
Real and parallel.
success.
Unique. Inclusive.
Family.
Culture. Perspective. Leadership.
Moving my career to the next level is making sure that you're making an impact.
Taking people from the level that they are right now and moving them to the level that they want to be. Making sure that the students learn what they need to learn so they can put it into action.
Florida National University is a world-renowned institution, and
Ace of
expectations
Wands.
were high, and I'm pleased to say that my expectations were exceeded.
Insurify. At Insurify, we make it easy to cut your car insurance bill.
I'll get to that in a minute.
How? Just go to Insurify.com and compare dozens of quotes in a few clicks. We cut out the middleman so you can cut your bill in half. We even cut out the phone calls. You can do it all online. I just cut my bill in half. That's Insurify. Compare prices and switch online.
Half the bill, twice the... Not having to pay twice.
Someone is
Go
a
to
painter.
Insurify.com and save up to 50% on your car insurance. Double check that. That's pretty good.
Damn.
Not crying, are you? Let's tighten that. Ooh, what was that? What's that? No, don't worry about that. Here we go.
Asking the right question can greatly impact your future.
Are you qualified to do this?
This person
Especially when it comes to your finances.
that is going through this,
You're a certified financial planner?
Yes, I'm a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your best interest. That's
has
why you gotta find your CFP
other
professional
talents,
to
a
make plan now.
painter
What if your money
and a chef.
more adventures, more escapes, more memories?
Oh wow, 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 wow. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Expedia, made to travel.
I have never, ever in my life experienced anything like this. 4 men.
This matriarch.
Catch one behemoth of a stingray.
Oh man, this matriarch. Is doing some mother. Your mother
Weather command, and the heat is on, stretching from the Canadian border
is putting
down to the
something
Mexican
in
border.
your
More than
food.
113 million people are in for above average temperatures, with 105
She's
million
doing
expected to see
spell
highs
work
past
on
80
you.
degrees. Across much of Texas, the mercury will skyrocket, good 15 to 25 degrees above normal, turning up the heat in a big way. So let's start in the upper Midwest, because here are some spots where some
So this
official
school
records
teacher,
you can see again today. So we had 43 new records yesterday, and this is an update. I was just talking to
your parent been doing this spell work since you was a child.
A teenager's forehead, red with a bunch of dots. That is actually what he said. So anyway, it's a good way to describe it.
Wow.
A lot of records were set on Monday.
Since you
including
was a
places that
child.
we expected. So Bismarck, North Dakota, topped out at 97.
And you
Usually
teach.
up there, upwards of almost getting close to 100 degrees. So it was a scorcher, to say the least.
You
International
teach
Falls,
art.
we even see a high temperature of 90
You are
for
an
today.
art
So
teacher.
91 is that forecasted high in Bismarck, 95 in Pierre. The heat is on. Big question, will Grand Forks get close to 100 degrees? There's a lot of
You
spots
having
where we can
issues
get
with
awfully
your
close to that.
parent, your
So,
mother,
this is a situation where it's
family
actually
members.
helping to fuel even some severe storms as we head into the second part of the week. So today, tomorrow, we're watching as the heat continues to build, and
that
I
have
don't know about
betrayed
I know
you.
in the Midwest as well, a little further to the north. I grew up in, of course, Kansas, and
You're
Michigan,
angry.
So we're used to the heat, but this is a little early.
You're in a not bisexual. You're in a biracial relationship, and your mother don't like it.
Pretty rough. Now, it's not as hot as it has been, but it's still hot and into the 90s.
And you are going to a therapist
So that's what we'll be tracking as we head further into the
about what's going on.
that heat again is going to lay the groundwork for some of that.
And because you're in a biracial relationship,
Minneapolis, we finally dive back into the upper 80s.
your mother's doing spell work on you.
Still have a sprinkling of 90 potential.
You're not crazy.
Yeah, let's see if I'm the one that's dropped. Oh, okay.
You don't need a therapist. You need God. That's who you need. You need God. Your mother has been doing some shit to you since you was a child.
As the storms are racing around through, and then we're in the 50s and even the upper 40s rest of the end of the week. and then back up into the mid-50s on
And she
Saturday.
always wanted you to keep your damn mouth shut about something that went on.
These big pendulum swings, yeah. 40-degree drop overall, but then even between Wednesday and Thursday, you're looking at a 20 to 25-degree drop.
Whoever this resonates with, put things where they fit. It don't have to be a mother. It could be, you could be adopted or something. Somebody that is a matriarch of the family.
Where this is a lot more common for the month of May as opposed to folks up in the northern plains. But yeah, all-time May has
She wants you to think that you need a therapist.
This afternoon, heading up to high 106, Del Rio 110 today.
She's a narcissist.
And these are actual air temperatures, not even factoring in the heat index or anything of that sort. But 97 Dallas, 102 by Wednesday in Dallas. So
this could be a therapist going through this. It could be. Very well could be.
With the weather office there saying no matter how you slice it, we go from a dry heat to a muggy heat, and then you have to start factoring in the heat indices and how it really does feel to the skin. For Austin over the next 4 days, into the triple digits, especially by the time
anything else
tomorrow. Average first 100-degree day doesn't usually come until July. All-time May record 104. So right now you can either tie it, potentially beat it, but it's the story really when you head into the central part of Texas. In fact, Fox 7 meteorologist Zach Shields, who's
you're married.
Talking about, here's a clip of him.
You're married to your person.
A combination of drought and also wind.
The ground is very dry. Even though
somebody's in the hospital or will be in the hospital.
And there's another thing, the wind coming in from the southwest, that's a downsloping wind. It compresses the air, heats it up even more to record levels.
Yeah, so not great. Not great.
Somebody near death.
To our heat risk, and you can see what's also not great. From San Antonio down to Laredo, that's
maybe someone has passed.
Extreme heat risk is in place as we head to tomorrow.
In your life,
much of the Lone Star State is either experiencing moderate to major heat risk as we head to the middle part of the work week. Yeah, I think
I don't know who it is, but
Texas gets hot, right?
Maybe there have been a death.
Not quite as acclimated to it, and if you work outside, if you have kids that have outdoor activities, it's hydrating, wearing light-colored clothing, and just taking those breaks. It seems like common sense, but being able to find a cooling center or air conditioning.
Somebody's being seduced.
So
wow.
Also understanding the fact that this might come
wow.
is actually the #1 weather-related killer. I know a lot of folks say, what? That's crazy. I thought it was, hurricanes and tornadoes. It's actually not. It's heat followed by flooding. But yeah, so you have to understand that this can
somebody was taken advantage of as a child.
Silent threat. When you're looking at these temperatures, of course, in San Antonio,
and the mother was involved. And the mother is trying to keep the child's mouth shut. Your mouth shut. You have been dealing with this. You have been carrying this since you was a child. And for some of that's why this drinking is going on.
But temperatures, not the only thing that starts
you're angry
in the month of May, right? It's also very typical for this month to see severe weather peak in activity. So this unusual lull that we currently find ourselves in may not be lasting longer. This slowdown is a sharp contrast, right, to the
someone was taken advantage of as a child.
The dangerous storms are on the horizon for the Midwest, as well as the Ohio Valley. Major cities like Chicago, Indianapolis, and even Detroit are back in the mix.
Moon.
As we head into the latter part of the week. At this point,
your mother, this matriarch, was doing moon work on you.
Out some intense wind or even some hail. Look at the skyline over Chicago right now. I promise that was the skyline. Just at the low clouds.
She was doing moon work on you.
The heat setting the stage.
Whoever you consider
introduces itself by the time
as a matriarch in your family, or however this fits, there was spell work done on you.
that will be in place. So it'll be warm, very stable out ahead, and that is what is going to allow
So
storms
I'm gonna
to
tell you straight up. I'm gonna leave the read. Okay.
Wind, hail, and be a tornado
But
or two, that's possible. But certainly the biggest concern is going to come into effect on Thursday. We've got a much broader swath of real estate that is included, and also that's when we have all of those severe parameters that are
going into a new cycle now.
Be dealing with, tornadoes in several communities.
I'm feeling like you are spiritually awakening.
Part of this, much of Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan returning into that threat. For Wednesday, that level 2.
This is your world
pretty much the I-95 corridor,
that you went through. This is the shit that you done went through. The darkness that you have went through, and you're
instances of
you took that first step
it doesn't come until later in the day
to awaken.
That's the concern, or after dinner. Yeah, so we'll be tracking those storms Wednesday overnight and kicking off Thursday morning. Those storms will be underway.
You took the first step. You're passionate about this journey. Yeah, you are.
Kind of a tough go things for your rush hour morning commute on Thursday, but certainly for your rush hour evening commute on Thursday for all of the areas that are highlighted as level 2 threats. So we were mentioning
this step card.
Region that's included: Detroit, Chicago, Indy.
It's the end of a situation. So it's the end.
Yeah, you have to follow the front and how it's trying to progress to the east.
With this person.
The storm potential. I think noticing this little
whoever
Green Bay to Indianapolis, Louisville, over towards Detroit, and I feel like that level 2
was causing you hell.
But I feel like it is a little
it's
bit
not
a
dying thing. It's the end.
So there's our
you cut somebody off, and it may be your family. Yeah, it may be your family, your mother. You're starting this new cycle. You are awakening.
Dew point of 68 with an air
Oh Lord, have mercy! This energy.
Very muggy and unstable. There is
okay. I'm gonna leave it there, and I will come back with another reading as I am guided. Okay? But I will keep you updated. Your angel is guiding you in what to do. Go to therapy.
What is it? Oh, it's the Detroit River. Okay, so it's the Detroit River, but it is that time of year. Kind of, it's been warm.
Whatever your intuition is telling you,
so paying attention to these storms,
your angel is there to help you balance out your life.
Watching the beginning.
Turn to your ancestors. But first and foremost, turn to God. Ask Him for whatever it is that you need help with. Ask Him. So, I'll keep you updated, okay, on your situation. If it resonates with you, and keep your head up to the big guy. You will come through this. You will come through this. It's not going to be an easy road, but it's damn sure going to be worth it in the end. Okay? So you all have a blessed day, and I'll come back with, as I am guided, with another reading. Bye.
China will